You know, it was thrown out because in a plagiarism case, you have to prove two things, right? First of all, you have to prove that the person had access to the song, right? And that's why it's so difficult when you're an unknown, when you haven't established yourself. Well, how is the guy going to have access to it? Well, if you pitched the song to them, you know, if you pitched it to their publisher or their producer or, you know, their record company or something like that, okay, you can establish some kind of evidence there if you can prove that they actually opened the package or opened the file and actually listened to the song. A lot of them don't anymore for this very reason. Okay, they don't accept what they call unsolicited material for this very reason, because they open themselves up to plagiarism cases, because you can establish that, hey, you heard the song and here's the evidence of that. So that's the one part of it. You have to establish that the person had access to it, that could actually listen to it. The other part of a plagiarism case that you have to prove, of course, is that the songs are similar enough, you know, that they're very close. Okay, what does that mean? Well, you know, like in a criminal case, you have to establish guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, right? So if there's any doubt whatsoever, a person walks free. Criminal cases. But in civil cases, you don't, okay? And this is what, when we're talking about plagiarism cases, it's a civil trial, okay? It's not a criminal trial, it's civil. In a civil case, there has to be what they call a preponderance of evidence. A preponderance of evidence means that it's more likely than not. So it's like 51% you have to prove, okay? So it's you don't need much. It has to be close enough, and that's it. You win, okay? So, but you have to establish those two things: that the person had access, and that the person and that the two songs are close enough, and that is, you know, up in the air.